ASMR video. Yeah, I know it's been a couple weeks. I keep going a few weeks without making a new video. Last one I think was Dragon's Dogma. Next pickup is going to be a Stellar Blade. Game looks awesome. I haven't played the demo or anything yet, but it looks quite fun. I thought today I'd do a bit of gum chewing, but instead of a pickup, I was going to go over an art book that I have. I don't have as many as I thought. I'm not sure why I thought I had more, but I have a few. Well, I guess I do have a significant amount. I'm not counting in my head the art books that I have in for collector's editions. You know, small mini art books. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, 1 second, I think I have one near me regarding DMC. This is awesome. Oh, sorry if I keep moving the camera there. My giant head. This is the art of Devil May Cry 4. Dante here from Devil May Cry 4. Man, this book is about 16 years old. I got this as a pre-order bonus back in 2008 when Devil May Cry 4 came out. You got it for pre-ordering the game at GameStop. And so it's like falling apart. So old. That's Nero. I thought this was really cool. At the time, there wasn't a whole lot of artwork like this available, at least for me, back in 2008. So I thought this was really cool, seeing this, how developers essentially design even the smallest things, like a weapon that you don't really see, at least in this game. You don't really see a whole lot up close, but it's still integral to the design of the game. Like, you know, they draw it and illustrate it pretty much in almost every angle. You know, side, one side and the opposite side, from the front, top, bottom, you know, front of the barrel, back of the barrel. That's pretty cool. Same thing with the Red Queen here. But I always love this CGI promo. I thought it was awesome. But yeah, that's that one as a bonus. But today we're gonna just skim over Devil May Cry graphic arts. I think this one was titled 3142. Basically as a nod to the order of the games. 3142. Supposed to be the prequel, you know, the game after that, the subsequent story after that, and then the black sheet of the series, which is DMC2. I think since then they sort of scratched all this. I think when DMC5 came out, I think they said that this game, they takes place after this, or after the first game, or something like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th game. I think that's how it was. To be honest, Capcom really needs to just remake this game, in my opinion. This game is begging for a remake. It smells. I like the way this art book smells. Or just almost any book, really. So this is what they call a heartwarming foreign family reunion. This is a little message from Hideaki Itsuno-san. Dear those holding this book, thank you so much for supporting Dante and all his friends from Devil May Cry. I'm Hideaki Itsuno, the director of DMC2, 3, and 4. Characters cannot be born without feeling and emotion, and the DMC characters you all love so much required an extra helping of care and consideration. In that sense, this art collection is filled with the love of the development staff who created all these characters and worlds. We've gathered as much art as we would, or as we could, in an attempt to communicate even a bit of that love. I eagerly await your requests for future sequels. This was released right before the 5th game, so... Actually, let me get another piece, I think. This one piece is not cutting it. This is DMC3. Arguably my favorite game of all time, along with 5. I remember when I first saw this gameplay, my friend showed it to me back in middle school. I thought it looked so cool. I thought it looked awesome. I'm like, who is this guy? Where does he? He's just so cool. Like the way he was disposing of the enemies. I think it was like some gameplay video from the chapter 1 where they basically storm into his business, his Devil May Cry business, which he hasn't even named at that point. And then he was just beating the living hell out of those enemies in such a cool way. I mean, you can imagine, right? I was 11 years old when I saw that. I thought that was amazing. In a time where internet at home wasn't very common, at least for myself. We didn't get internet in our house until like 2007. This was 2005, so I just thought this was incredible, seeing this stuff. I love this one as well, this promo image. Dante here just chilling, looking like a badass. Virgil, I just love the atmosphere and the aesthetic this game goes for, like this very like gothic but somewhat modern feel. It's always dark, you know. I think that's brilliant. Dante here looking a little flamboyant, like a rock star or something. Awesome. This is here one of my all-time favorite images. I always thought that the handguns here look a little bit disproportional, or disproportionate to the game counterpart. Like on the game, I feel like they look smaller sword. Pay attention to it, but maybe it's the angle. And our shirt. It says, the first official image for Devil May Cry 3. Even the fans were shocked by the choice to have Dante bare-chested underneath his coat. In truth, his hair and face models weren't even done at this point, so we just had to fudge it. I remember this alternative costume. It was my favorite. I think even now, to this day, I like this one. Something, again, very like gothic, like, I don't know how to put it into words or articulate it in a way that I can describe how cool it looks. It's just, yeah, it was just very like, very badass, very late 90s, early 2000s, sort of like Blade-esque, badass kind of outfit here. I mean, any outfit really reminds me of Blade. I think that's why Blade is one of my favorite Marvel characters. In fact, I like Blade before DMC and watching the movies, but it just looks so cool, almost as like a vampire hunter. And in fact, before I played any of the DMC games, I thought that Dante, he was like a vampire hunter from just the cover art of the games. I know the game was called Devil May Cry, but he looked like a vampire hunter, or he was a vampire or something. My friend, in fact, when we were younger, as a kid, I think I was like 9 or so, and my friend was like 7. He had the original Devil May Cry 1, and he was telling me to play it. Me just being stubborn, I didn't. It didn't seem interesting to me at the time. And he said that I will like it. He was 100% right. I should have listened to him. I would have definitely been on board sooner. Because, yeah, that was when the first one was out. Back in like 2001. And then I think it was like 2002 where he was telling me to play it. It was Virgil. Dante's badass brother. Just as cool, if not, or not more so. He's always calm, cool, and collected. Really, really cool. I just love the way that they're so different, but very similar at the same time. Dante can be calm, cool, and collected, and at the same time, I feel like Virgil can also show a glimpse of some of his humanity, so to speak, and be a bit of a wise guy. At least, I think he can. And this is supposed to be like the design of Sparta, their dad. Lady. Badass character. Arkham, that's her father. I won't go into spoilers here just in case anyone is interested, but yeah, cool character. This is one of those games, I'm sure you all have something like this is similar with a movie or a book or even a song or a game. And what you know is like the words of every line of in that title, whatever it might be. That's the same here with this. This game is so nostalgic to me. I pretty much know all the lines in the game. When I put it on and I play it sometimes from every so often. When my wife is there, I just recite all the lines just to annoy her. She rolls her eyes, but she knows that I really like DMC. In fact, she even, like, just messing around. I'm sure those of you that are married play around with your spouse. Or, like, talking sports. I do that too with sports. Like, when I talk about my soccer teams or watching UFC fights, she, tend to question her, like, to sort of test her out, just goofing around. And she actually is able to remember a lot of this as well. I see a lot of these one-liners from these games sometimes, and she knows where they're from. At what point in the game, it's funny how much with us. It's crazy. I always thought these were cool. My brother really likes this enemy, the Fallen. He really, really likes that one. They're just annoying to fight, in my opinion. The same thing with the Dulan. These type of enemies, and even the Soul Eater, enemies just in general that sort of like you're in the middle of a combo and then they disappear and all that. It's just, I find them a little frustrating sometimes because the purpose of the game is to be stylish, but it's almost impossible to be stylish with some of these designs. So you have to sort of work around it, and you can, there's cool ways in which you can work around it and still be stylish, but it would frustrate me when I would try to get double S or even an S on a mission, because these guys would just be too darn complicated to play against. That's a cool design too. I wish they would release that. I mean, honestly, Capcom should just do remakes of these games as well, in my opinion. The same way that, how they're doing it with Resident Evil games. Although, I know Resident Evil is bigger, much bigger for Capcom in terms of their financials, they make more profits off of those. And a good source of income for the company. But yeah, I mean, I personally would love to see these. I know Devil May Cry is, although slightly popular, it's not. It doesn't bring money to Capcom as the likes of Resident Evil or Monster Hunter, which I think that's why. I think this is probably after that or fourth for them. It's another top money maker for them, but with how successful they've been recently, these past 7 years at this point, since Resident Evil 7. I mean, I think they could take a chance by remaking a few of these. I would start off with the first game, maybe, or second one. The second one, again, is begging for a remake. I don't know, this Virgil's design looks awesome. That one looks a little goofy. Overall, I like the design they went with the lady. It looks pretty cool. Very much like an anime. Femme fatale type of character. Virgil looks creepy here. Again, these designs are so cool. Like very gothic, dark. Kind of. The enemy designs. This game was just absolutely phenomenal at the time. I've never played anything like this. I often coin this game as being the reason why I got into games. Because, as a kid you play games here and there, but I didn't follow them or anything like that. I didn't dive into like the business side of things, and how games are made, develop, funded, distributed, so on, all that nonsense, all that useless information that I quite enjoy nowadays. And I think it was honestly playing this game that really got me into that. Just, I had no idea games could be this fun and this entertaining and just much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Much more immersive than even a movie. And at times even books, because books, in my opinion, are just as immersive, if not sometimes more, than any medium or form of entertainment. But yeah, this was a game. This picture, I think, out of all of them, this picture embodies everything I like about this game. The tone, the design, the art. It's just this badass guy, this sort of dark,
facing this demon, and he just doesn't give a, pardon my French, he doesn't give a shit. He's just about to just go to town with this guy and beat the living hell out of him. And this is cool, like the way that it even, compare them physically here in terms of their stature and design. This picture is awesome. If I had, I don't know if they have a poster, but if I had the space to get the picture or the portrait of this, I love this one. Absolutely one of my all-time just favorite pictures of DMC. It just embodies everything I like about the series. Awesome. It's very, I think that's why I also like Bloodborne. It reminds me a lot of like that, again, that gothic tone, setting, environment, the characters, the mood. But this game also, I think, in my opinion, has the best story of them all. A bunch of designs of the enemies in different colors. Devil May Cry 1, August 23rd, 2001. What date was this one? Oops. February 17th, 2005, so I think that was the release date then. Yeah, because I picked this up. I think my mom gave me this game for my birthday when I turned 12. That was a cool picture. Different artwork. Nello Angelo. I always wondered the name of his name, the name of this character, or just his name in general, because I heard once from, it was excuse me, and they had the, one of my classmates from school, back in high school, he mentioned that he had read somewhere, so this is why I guess I take it with a grain of salt, I'm not sure, I don't even think about it, but he mentioned to me that the name of this character is Nello Angelo, due to perhaps the pronunciation of Nero Angelo for Japanese speakers. So perhaps maybe Hideki Kamiya, who created Devil May Cry and directed the first game, maybe intended to call him Nero Angelo, but he mentioned something like that it was the way when the game was localized, and they basically translated his name, it was translated to that, but in reality it should have been Nero Angelo or something. But in the rest of his history, I guess it stayed and took off. I honestly don't know, and I actually haven't even looked it up, but I probably should to see if that's a fact, because I don't think it's highlighted here. No, it doesn't say that. But this was back in high school. I have no idea how accurate that is, but it just stayed with me since he mentioned it. So he too also liked Devil May Cry. He was a big gamer. I don't think he liked it anywhere near as much as I did, of course, but I was obsessed with this darn thing, drawing Dante all the time. Wow, look at this. He had jeans on. That's cool. Yeah, Dante's original name, when they were designing him, was supposed to be Tony Redgrave. There it is. This was supposed to be a Resident Evil game, a follow-up, I think, to Resident Evil 2. was supposed to be Resident Evil 4, I think. I think when they were developing the game, they saw, or they didn't see, but I guess they realized that it was too flashy, too combat focused, and not enough horror in the game. And then that's when, instead of simply abandoning the project, they had a whole different team working on it instead. I think they were going Team Little Devils. And the rest is history. It became what it is known as Devil May Cry. And it makes sense when you see the designs from the original game. The castle setting, reminiscent of the castle in Resident Evil 4, the Salazar castle. And the designs of the enemies as well. Like some of the bug insects from Resident Evil 4, may look similar to some of the enemies in the original game. Like the Nobody kind of reminds me of like Licker a little bit, or like the lizard enemies from the game could have been easily like infected zombies or monsters from Resident Evil. Yeah, you could see it 100% in the design. I think, which is why I love Resident Evil so much too. It's like its older brother of Devil May Cry. So it's just that connection there is awesome. And there it is. Look at, they were supposed to be like twins, Dante and Virgil, or Tony Redgrave and whatever. I guess they were supposed to be like Umbrella experiments, and they had twins, or they were meeting twins or something. It says here, this drawing is one I completely forgot about ever having done. Looking at it now, though, I vaguely remember it. I must have done it during the Resident Evil phase. As far as the design goes, I made this back when I was given freedom to draw whatever I wanted. So I placed the twins in the center of the Umbrella Corporation logo. Dante's dad, Sparta, his mom. You can see this design here. This character design is sort of already, or it's used in the 5th game when he goes into his home and he sees a portrait. I love that. I love all this stuff. It's just like, when seeing the designs, the back office, so to speak. The works of. Look at that. Come on, tell me. That's the enemy. Beelzebub. That's basically. Is this guy in the first game? I think he is, right? Yeah, fine, because it's final version. But yeah, look at that, like that. That's clearly the little bugs from Resident Evil 4, right? And then Blade. His character's Blade. This is pretty much like an advanced version of a Licker. And then these guys, I'm telling you, they need to make a remake of this game. My friend, when he played this game, he used to get creeped out by them. I'm not sure why, but they look cool, like the idea that they're scary looking and Don's is just going right through them, just, being just a badass and completely annihilating them. I thought that was just phenomenal as a kid. Look at that. Shadow. It doesn't look anywhere near like that in the final version, I don't think. This looks like a street cat, whereas Shadow looks like a panther. Then again, it's a cat, still a feline. Yeah. Little Griffin chicken. This looks exactly like the chicken from Devil May Cry 5 when you fight that monster. Oh, I forget her name. But she's that lady with 3 heads. That demon. And you fight her as Nero. That's cool. I had just realized that now, looking at it. Oh, look at that, dude. Very Castlevania-esque, too. The whole, going in and backtracking and all that nonsense. You jump on top of this little... The knight and the weapon. I don't know what you call that. Is it a Hellguard? Hellguard. seconds, you get some secret orbs from there. I can tell you pretty much the secret orbs from pretty much almost every game, with the exception of the second one. Yeah, there's a handful of them. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to record this long. I could probably do the second part separately. So, we can stop here, and then we can do the second part. That way it's not too long of a video. But it's got some cool designs in here. Really cool. Oh, I love that one. Alright guys, we'll go ahead and I'll stop here. I'll pick up from section 4 for next time. I didn't want the video to go too long, so I'll go ahead and stop here. I have another art book, DMC5 art book that I can probably do in one sitting. I just didn't want it to go over past 30 minutes. Don't know if anyone would like to hear me ramble for that long. But I also have a slew of other art books that I can go over. Now that I'm thinking about like the collector's edition ones, that could be like random, quick art book videos if needed. But I guess we'll test this out and see how you guys like this. If you guys don't like it, just let me know. Give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. And again, if you don't like it, please provide me the feedback. I'm always open to improve for you guys. Hopefully you guys find it relaxing. Again, I've been watching ASMR stuff since back in the day when it was not even called ASMR. It was just, I think, called the Whisper community and Whisper videos. So I just, with me just providing, or at least giving anything I could back to, I guess, the community that has helped me for so long, and just relaxing and unwinding. Hopefully I can play my part in it as well, in some shape or form. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you like it. I'll do part 2 along with some other ones as well. I'm also going to do a collection video as well. So, I'll probably do my PS5 games again, because I know the first one I did, you couldn't really hear the audio. So, I'll do my PS5 games. That's probably my next video. But yeah, thanks guys so much for stopping by. I hope you all have a fantastic and amazing day, amazing night, evening, wherever you are.